fake little
Nicolas
star.
Cage movie National Treasure with Hidden Templar treasure and so forth. The thing that I'd be curious to know is there must be a number of these copies of these maps floating around within your family. I mean, are there factors in your family? I don't want to open up, wounds here or anything, but are there battles going on that that you're competing to find this treasure? Is it a race to find the treasure?
I don't believe it's a race to find the treasure. I'm sure there are others who are looking. But one thing, when you mentioned the National Treasure movie, that's exactly what I've been saying. It reminds me of a mix of the Da Vinci Code, and it's like the Da Vinci Code meets National Treasure. It's an amazing story. The factions in a family, there are some were from the older generation. And they recently passed away within the last decade or so. But some of them were ashamed to publicly mention that they were related to an outlaw. And like one lady, for example, she was a very nice lady. Her name was May. She was one of the grandchildren of Jesse. She burned over 20 letters. So, and to me, that's almost criminal. That was burning history. So that scared me when I found that. I thought, how do you? I hope nobody else does anything like this, because there could have been a lot of valuable information in there, historical and information just for the family too. So, but yes, when we had some that wanted to keep it quiet, they didn't like to talk about it. There was one who had been one story, and I believe when my mother came out with it, he kind of got mad because I guess it stole his thunder. He should have said something instead of being so secretive about it. She would have been more than happy to have worked with it. But there's little things like that that have gone on through the family for years. But most of the family believes it. They all know it. They know the story. Some just didn't want to admit it for a while.
Was there ever any consideration given to exhuming your great-granddad and doing a DNA test?
Yes, we wanted to. I can't remember the exact date of that. My mother went to court in Falls County, Texas, to get to try in her attempt to exhume the body and to have DNA testing. It didn't require digging up the grave or even opening it. All that needed to be done was to bore a small hole down into the grave and retrieve a dime-sized piece of bone.
That's all.
Well, they got the ones that wanted to keep it quiet. That happened. They fought it tooth and nail, and we were denied. My mother was denied the order, she was denied permission to do this, to do the exhumation. But unless she could find more information later, her money. And she had enough then, in most people's eyes. Since then, between that time and when she passed away in 2015, she had found a lot more information. So more than enough to.
And what do you believe Jesse James's wishes were for the gold? Not to be left in the ground. I mean, it was to serve the United States, right? Was it to be put in the U.S. Treasury maybe to pay off the debt?
I'm not sure as for
The United States to pay off debt.
Current use for it would be. I know that, as Timothy Hogan had stated, it was used to help form a free nation. I think it may be used to bail us out. I don't know. At certain times or in times of horrible trouble, it could be used to preserve our freedoms and liberties. It was. There's a lot of answers a lot of questions I have that I would love answers to. But I believe everything they've done have been to protect the United States and keep it, their whole original goal, a free nation.
I've got my the calculator out on my phone. I wanted to get an answer to the amount, the 680 gold bars, each weighing 15 pounds, at 16 ounces times roughly $1,400 an ounce. Yeah, it's astronomical.
It's a huge number. And that's that was just one spot.
2.2848 e to the power of 9, I guess. I don't know how you read that. Anyway, the maps buried under Fort Hood, so
It may have been recovered. No, it's under the location where it was buried is now under Lake Delta. I believe personally that it was probably recovered and moved to either used or moved to another location.
all right. Let's say hi to Steve. Is a first-time caller in South Carolina. Steve, good morning. Welcome to Coast Line with Dan and Jay Duke.
Richard, thank you for taking my call. Mr. Duke, my family history. Supposedly there's a story that there was an uncle or a cousin that didn't want to be associated, with the James gang and what was going on and stuff, and it changed their first and last name. It switched them from Irvin James to James Irvin. Through your search and your mother's search, has there been anything that you found out about that? I don't recall that off the top of my head, but that's a good question, and I'm writing it down right now just to look for it. We've done a lot of genealogy, and some friends of hers had done a lot, so if his name may be in one of our family trees. No, this is well back before the internet and everything, and we had a lot of pictures hanging in our hallway of our farmhouse in Arizona that we lost to a fire back in just before Christmas of '85, and a lot of these pictures were supposedly of Jesse, of Irvin, that family and everything else. Of course, we lost her. I know if you Google it now, you can actually read a story supposedly about this uncle that wanted to not be associated with the bad president, so to speak, and changed his name. That could very well be. That would go along with what I had mentioned. Some of the older relatives on another side of our family who didn't want to recognize that, and they definitely wouldn't have said it publicly.
Right, that's exactly right. Yes. Steve, thank you for that. Appreciate the call. Let's see. Wildcard line again. Frank is in Hollywood, Florida. Frank, good morning. Welcome to Coast.
Hollywood, Maryland.
Hollywood, Maryland. My apologies. Well, welcome nonetheless. Good to have you aboard.
You answered most of my questions, but Jesse James, as a younger man, when he joined Contro and later on Buddy Bill Anderson, did he know what he was getting into? These Kansas Raiders, I got some really, really bad stories about them. And then he talks about finding the invasion of free nations. That outfit includes slavery, which they were fighting for. And that ill-fated bank robbery in Minnesota with Cole Younger, Cole Younger's younger brother died in that raid. And what went wrong with that raid? Okay. First of all, with the Free Nation, and that's a good question. Thanks for asking it. With when you mention the Free Nation and slavery, I believe at the time in those days, slavery was a common. Unfortunately, it was very common well before the founding of the U.S. I think their goal was to get the nation formed and then work on all the problems so that everyone could be free. That's my belief in that. I don't, you couldn't change everything at once. You had to do it in steps. Form the nation, make sure it's free, set down the laws, the Constitution, everything you needed to have a free nation, and then work on everything else. Unfortunately, the goal of ending slavery turned into a huge bloody war, but that made it to Waco, and Jesse met him in Waco, and then I believe he spent a lot of time, or a while, healing at Jesse's farm in Blevins.
Frank, thank you for the call. Great questions. Let's say hi to Walt in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Walt, good morning. Welcome to Coast.
Hi, Richard. Thank you for your beautiful voice, buddy.
Thank you, my friend.
Richard, I remember seeing a photograph of Jesse James where he's carrying a Remington revolver as opposed to normally, the old West.
All right, you guys said what time it is? Let's see.
Colt revolver. Now, it's easy at a glance
Hold
to
on.
tell the difference between the Remington and the Colt revolver because the Remington incorporated a top strap,
151.
which made it much stronger than the Colt.
Tweaker!
And at a glance, it's easy to tell. So I'd just like to say that, if they could, his great-great-grandson of Jesse could locate that iconic Remington revolver, it would be worth much more than its weight in gold.
That. Oh, sorry.
All right. Go ahead, Daniel. Did you want to respond?
It would be worth a lot of money. I think it would belong in a museum instead of being sold to a private collector. My wish is for all the relics that belong to Jesse and his family to be in one museum.
Something right there just trying to rant.
Off and sold to people, which has been done in many cases throughout the years, unfortunately.
You gotta be down to sell like that.
He had a lot of guns. He went through a lot of guns. There's one gun that we know of that he had with his initials and another man, known gang member's initials, carved inside the handle. And I would love to get it, but I can't afford it right now. So
All right, well,
hopefully one day I'll be able to get my hands on that one and put it in a museum.
Walt, thank you for the call. Let's say hi to Ed in Charlotte, North Carolina. Ed, go ahead.
Yeah, you do a great job with your interview, and I would like to point out that with the questions of this, as if it's really his Jesse that lived, if you'll explain in the book how he lived so long that your very uncle sat on Jesse's lap as an infant, and things about why he was willing to be buried under that name he lived under at 70. Something about if it's good enough to live by, it's good enough to die by. You said that's the name he wanted, right?
That's right.
Don't you have some of the bones and have some potential DNA, your mom and so forth, with another known relative that they're working on? And also about the church in 1715 and the 1,715 miles to out west and the 1,715 feet or yards or whatever to the first building in West Virginia, some of those things.
Yeah. He lived till 1943. My uncle was born before that. He died in 1943. My uncle Wayne Dorset was born before he died, and he held my uncle on his lap. My uncle was so young he didn't remember it, but he did hold him on his lap. Everybody else in the family remembers it. Let's see, what was the next question? Oh, he said he told one of his friends, and you got to remember again, back in those times, things were different. He didn't want all the notoriety.
I'm sorry.
If everybody had known that he was Jesse James at that time, the notoriety that would have fallen on his children, and he knew how they felt, and he knew how they were raised. It wouldn't have looked good publicly on his children. He also said a name to live by is a name to die by. That was the only reason he gave. So any other reason I have would be just conjecture. 1715. It's 1,715 miles from the Bruton Parish Church where the vault is supposedly located, and I believe it is because all the proof that Maria Bauer Hall had discovered on everything else with the code she decrypted shows that, she's proven herself right in so many cases. The vault is
You just find out in the background.
And which treasure is that you're referring to, Daniel, the vault?
The one in Williamsburg, Virginia. No.
You just find out way out there talking. They're tweakers. They're all tweakers. They're all up tonight, all jacking off. Got the birds all tweaked out. Yeah. Yes, they have. They raised 60 to it. All right. They were doing the most over there. Doing the most. TTM. Look at my little houses up there with sleep. Yeah, look at my birds. Those are fake birds. They don't want to let people know, just like when the train go burr, burr, burr. Not all the horns are the same. Let me see you guys this song real quickly. Boston, do you need the Wally Alibu? Charlie Alibu. And then the tweaker goes around blowing his horn. Brum, 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 brum. Man, and let's sing a song that my grandpa used to write when he was in Bosnia in 1922. And he was on a single boat fishing guy. Hall must need Bully Ali. I see why these people gonna be on one. Hiding a little you up. Yeah. These people gonna be I'll smoke them. Shootouts and broad left, that's damn straight. Felonies can't get you right. I'm a bad bitch, real boss time. Blame it on me. Shut up. We're silent with that. Boss, no. I so they're like,
You over there, Nick? just sticking needs to put on. Man. But finish. Like that shit don't mean. We we were trying to flash out at the and that's live through the fucking street. Yeah. And I thought about moving. I don't got you. Jeez. Introduce my song. Alright, so we got shit, I'm in the